Hello, Gundam Robot fans and Super Deformed lovers. Today we have a combination of the two of the very first Gundam robot that made them popular, and that would be the RX-78-2. So here's a little story from Gundam fandom. Basically, there's 3 prototypes made, but the star of the show was the second one that was piloted by the son of, I guess, the research developer or something like that, and it fought a bunch of other bad guy robots, and Gundam's been around for several decades now because of that. General gist of it, I might be totally wrong, maybe I can't read English, I'm not sure. And I gotta tell you, the normal robot's a little bit boring. I've never built a model kit of the normal RX-78-2. But this one is a 7-11 version, and there's also realistic ones, like these. But these are too big. I've done the whole realistic Gundam thing, so I like these little guys here, the Converge figures, because they are small and easy to collect. So yes, it doesn't, yeah, there it is, RX-78-2, 7-11 colors, and let's see, there's some specs: 18 meters tall, 43 tons, some outputs of thrust and all that stuff, and a couple other 7-11 exclusives, a Z Gundam and a new Gundam. But they don't have this green, yellow, and red livery. I don't know why they would do that. They should have this livery on all 3 of them, right? Would that make sense? I don't know. I'm just looking for a date, but I'm not seeing it. It says Shokukan there. Yeah, maybe you saw it, but I didn't catch it. I like to know the date because I want to eat the gum, or chew on the gum. But this could be decades old, so I guess I'll just throw that in the trash. Alright, let's see what's in this little guy. Nothing else here, no piece of paper. I need some scissors, and you can see the figure's pretty much completed, and you just gotta pop on some accessories. Well, I guess the horns or antenna there you have to add. And it has the silly clear foot stand, which I really don't like. It makes no sense. I much prefer the peg foot stands. Okay. Let's go over the figure first before we put the other parts on. It'll be easier to see. So, very short, right? If you're unaware of, if you're totally new to these Converge things, this little guy is like 2.5 inch, not even 2.5 inches, or maybe not even 6 centimeters. Still a little bit under that. Okay. And then they're made of PVC mostly, but some of the figures have hard ABS or some sort of harder plastic. And then the legs almost never move; they're just part of the whole torso casting. But the arms do. They have pivots in the shoulders, and sometimes the hands are removable. In this case, yes. So, being on a peg, you can pose the hand. And this one has some sort of slot to take in the rifle. All right, so let's start at the bottom. We got some foot details. Painted red. We got a whole bunch of details on the legs, and then what's nice is all this extra printing. You got this rectangular red box printed on there. You got a yellowish, orangish stripe around the forearm here, and then over here it's actually legible on the shoulder, but it does say Gundam in the chassis code. Some more striping, and then we do have a 7-11 logo, so that's pretty neat as well. And then I'm really liking, the colors of the 7-11 on here. With green, yellow. These vents here have nice yellow in them. The torso seems to be red. These little boxes are yellow. Yeah, a little red in there. I think this might be the hatch for the pilot to get in. Going around to the back. Well, I noticed there's a peg here for this shield. More yellow boxes. Some thrusters on this backpack. And I think these are like handles that become energy swords, beam sabers, I think they're called. Yeah, so not bad, great detail. Back of the head, yeah, nice. Alright, so the head itself, we got some machine guns up here. I don't know if that's some sort of optical sensor, and some optics here in the eyes. The eyes, unfortunately, it's under such shadow. I gotta get the flashlight. But yeah, translucent. Like translucent yellow, maybe? Yeah, I would say they're yellow. And then there's some molded detail behind that translucency, so they look like headlights, It's really cool. That's why I like these things. Alright, and then we got a red chin sticking out, some black venting, and then there's a little bit of red underneath. Well, in front of the eyes right there, it's really, yeah, it's a great detail. They actually managed to print that on there. The head, I think on most of these is supposed to, yeah. Oh, well, this is silly. Why wouldn't they just have a round peg hole? Without the round peg hole, you can't twist the head, right? You're losing articulation for no reason. I've noticed this a couple times now in these Converge figures. The decisions they make at Bandai regarding this line of products makes no sense. What's weird is they make model kits that make absolutely perfect sense. Their model kits of these Gundams are absolutely fantastic. I've built several now, but that was in the past. But yeah, you can't turn his head. That's weak. All right. Well, anyways, there's a big opening there on the top of the head because it has to take these antennae and some sort of. No, I thought it might have been text there. Oh yeah, I think it is supposed to say RX-78. Let's zoom in on this. You can kind of see it. Yeah, RX-78. Look how. I mean, that's small. Look at my fingernails, how disgusting they are. You can see the paint from even painting other models. But yeah, they managed to mold that in. So I would recommend that you glue these sort of things on, these little bits, because for some reason I've noticed these parts fall off very easily and then they just get lost forever. But anyways, for the video, yeah, that looks alright. It almost looks better without the antenna though. I think I liked it before I added that piece. Alright, so the shield here, we have a little peg hole in the back, some minor details in the back, and then outside we have, you know, the nice color separation. We have this raised cross kind of thing painted yellow. And then we have the chassis code again in 7-11, so that looks good. But oddly, there's no air passing here. This is supposed to be open, I believe. And they could have easily molded it that way. I don't know. Again, a weird design decision that they wouldn't have that hollow. It would save on plastic and be more realistic. Anyways, fits alright. No problems there. So now we got the rifle here. Yeah, it says 1R for the right hand. There's yellow on this like light or optic or whatnot. And it's very cartoony looking. It's so like foreshortened, compressed. But molded detail is pretty nice. Nothing to complain about. But again, I do feel like a peg would have been better so you could rotate the gun in the person's hand. But no. This one, it's only supposed to be that way. But at least you can rotate the hand. But yeah, if the thing was also on a peg, you could adjust that angle. Sorry if I'm losing focus. There we go. So there we are. Let me get the coaster out. The last bit is this waste of plastic. It's meant to go around the back of the feet. But what I don't like about it is it covers up most of the back of the feet. You know? And the thing stood already. There was no reason to have an additional stand that hides the model. And then what's even really worse is since this is molded specifically to that, it doesn't even tell you what this is supposed to fit. Right? It doesn't say RX-78 on here. So if you collect a bunch of these, unless you literally write on this piece of plastic, you wouldn't know which robot this is supposed to fit on. So it's like a trifecta of horrible design. It's just totally unnecessary. Alright, well anyways, back to this guy. Well, let's see. I got a couple of the robots here. Okay, this first one, I don't think it's from the same cartoon. You know, there's many different cartoons of Gundam, different timelines. This is called a Hayukushiki. I picked it up loose here, so it seems to be missing a giant rifle off the back of it. I didn't know this. But yeah, there it is. It's number 157 in the series. This next one here is just a unicorn, which is definitely not from this timeline. And it's in a closed mode. I forget what number this one is, but it's an earlier one because there's no peg hole. Whereas this one has a peg hole in the stand. This one would have the clear leg stand, like this guy. Alright, I don't even know if this is considered a good robot or not. I think the unicorn is a good guy robot. This is a good guy robot. But a bad guy robot, which I believe these two fought. This is called a Zeong. So, I think there was actually an epic battle, perhaps in the first TV show between these two. Correct me if I'm wrong, though, because I haven't seen this first cartoon series from Gundam. It's so old, it's hard to find unless I want to pay for it, which, you know, I'm cheap. I'd rather buy toys than pay for DVDs. Alright, well, anyways, yeah, it's a big universe, the whole Gundam universe, or universe is. But I'm really happy to have this one. Although I don't really care for the design of an RX-78-2 so much, it is the first good guy robot of all Gundams. And then with this livery, I think it's pretty nice. Yeah, so I'm happy to have it. So I will have some more Gundam videos coming, and hopefully I'll see you in those videos to come. Take care now. Bye.